can't obviously believe that Watchmen, Yahoo, and Deborah did not pay me to do the intro for Whited Out 4 to deceive the masses. The true Israelites are the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and Native Americans scattered throughout the earth. The Judah team has an agenda to make all the tribes Hamite. Matthew 24:4 says, "To take heed that no man deceive you." Oh. No, not
so
really,
some
Jesus.
of my followers wanted me to give a quick description or my views on polygamous relationships. Okay, yes, I agree with polygamous relationships, but not in the terms that you all probably are thinking that I agree with it on. See, polygamous relationships were originally built around building security, building an empire, building a nation of people. See, in BC, back before Christ, obviously, when you read the Bible, these kings, they had multiple wives, but it was not for any sexual desires. It was to build a nation. See, these days you have it confused. You use it for sexual exploitations or sexual desires when that has nothing to do with it. See, my thing is, you men and some women, but very rarely women, but mostly men, you're trying to use it to benefit yourself instead of benefiting others. See, if you brought two women together who both had really good stable jobs, plus that one man, which is the king, which is the leader, who also had a good job, you have 3 financial incomes in one household. Let's bring another woman into the picture. He also brings another 4th income into that financial household. See, that's how you all have it confused. See, if you were thinking a little bit smarter, you would figure the puzzle out. Now, the reason I don't participate in it right now is because a lot of people don't grasp the complete understanding of it. There are 58 billion more women in this world than there is men. I guarantee you, God doesn't make any mistakes. I think it was like that for a reason, if you ask me.
Real men of valor, we stand firm and rise. For this truth, we put our lives on the line. We're prepared for war, fearing no confrontation. We hit them highways and byways to wake up the whole nation. We teach His word, we teach His will, we teach His truth, don't matter how you feel. We teach His word, we teach His will. You gon' hear this verse, now tell me how you feel.
Viewers' discretion is advised.
All right, shalom. Let's get everybody's attention right quick. It's the colonel, the elder priest. He's dealing with a situation with his mom, so he won't be on the conference call right now at least. But we can have this as a building session. Anybody got anything on their mind, anything that they've seen out there, want to talk about, talk about the book of Eli, whatever the case is. We can have a little rap session, you know what I'm saying? But I'm working, so I ain't going to be able to really go to doing a class. But just freestyle it and just go into life and what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And what everybody doing. Expectation, anything that you have any gripes about. Well, you know what? One thing I would definitely like to discuss right now, because we do have the sister on the line. Okay, Sister Diamond. Okay, and we were supposed to have a Lieutenant Colonel was supposed to get on a conference call with me and have a call concerning the controversial topic of what they call polygamy, which that term is not in the Bible, nor is monogamy in the Bible. Those terms. Okay, all right. It's called wives or wife. Okay, period. Okay. Israel is a nation, is a family, right? You read Amos 3:1. Somebody get that right quick. Amos 3:1. And so, Sister Diamond, are you ready to have a little interview, give us testimony on how you feel about the subject matter and what you see about the subject matter, you know what I'm saying, as you being a woman, a black woman, in this society, and growing up and what you've seen or experienced, before the truth, and still on the line, Sister Diamond, still on the line?
Yes.
Okay. Going back to our earlier point, what I asked, I want to get your feedback and your testimony on how you feel concerning the great debate of that the man having multiple families, multiple wives, multiple situations, okay, or what they call polygamy versus monogamy. What is your stance on the whole debate or the idea of it? Is it something familiar to you? Is it foreign to you? How you feel it as a woman? Can you explain to us, okay? And however you feel, that's we just want to hear what you say, okay, concerning the situation, because we already had a conversation concerning that, and you made a statement on one of the posts. So can you just give us your understanding of how you feel about this scenario here?
Sure. Well, I was in a polygamy relationship when I was younger, and it wasn't like no lesbian or gay, nothing like that. It was simply us as a family. He had me, and it was another female, and we was like one family, Because, I look at it as like, okay, it's a man and then it's you. What if you can't have kids, and y'all want kids? And it's somebody that's willing to have kids for y'all, so y'all become one family, one big family. It's for y'all to help each other out so you don't have to struggle as much. And I just feel like what's wrong with, having more for the better, not as people using each other, but as y'all doing this for each other, to make things better for your children, for in the future, and for us in this truth, because I just feel like it's so many of us that's dying or refuse to wake up. If, we all come together and have our own community, this is something I believe that's good for us, actually. Instead of a man not being truthful with you and doing things behind your back, you agree with it, then you shouldn't have a problem. Shouldn't nobody have a problem with it, as long as it's for the positiveness. But that's how I feel about it.
Okay, so you mentioned things as family, children, rearing up children, community, economic support, because we know what the scriptures say, and we know what's going on in the system, in the society. We know what's going on economically, okay? For the most part, what I have experienced, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, the women don't care about the economics. They care more about the physical relationship or the emotional relationship the man going to have toward that other woman. Is that a right assessment, Miss Diamond Lily? Is that a right assessment in your opinion?
That's absolutely correct, because they want to feel like, well, maybe he loves her more, or maybe they just have some jealousy within them, or maybe they might be insecure or something.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you made your statements was based off history that you actually live in a what they call polygamous situation, correct?
Correct.
All right then. So any future relationship that you would get in wouldn't have no it wouldn't be motivated by you just want to be with somebody because you just want to be with them in that type of relationship, but it's based off your own experience as well. You're not a novice in this, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Okay. All right. So we, as a woman, you made some things about men hiding, sneaking around and doing this. As a woman, have you seen in your life, from your father, your uncles, your male cousin, your males you went to school with, girlfriends, for the most part, did you see men only was committed to just one woman on a physical level? Have you seen more men not being committed in that way, or more men just being with her and that's it? And your whole life and everybody around you, have you seen a man just being with one female?
No, I have not. No.
So you what city are you from?
I'm from Cleveland.
Okay, you're from Cleveland, okay? So how old are you, if you mind sharing? You got to say the exact number of you, and you're 34 yet? I don't know. How old are you? All right, so you're 32. So in your 32 years, you didn't see men just, for the most part, men just being physically with one female.
No, I have not seen them just be with physically just one female. No, I haven't.
Okay, so do you know women that have multiple baby daddies?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the reason why? What is the number one? What is the reason why women have more than one man or baby daddies? For the most part, from your experience as a woman, and I don't know if that's you share that situation of having more than one baby father, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? That's up to you. You're going to testify to that. But what is the reasons and what happens? What's the reason why this scenario is happening? Because that scenario is not in the Bible. Women having more than one man. Right. They're not even permitted to have more than one man until that man dies. So now in this new world, the woman basically do whatever she want to do and who she want to do, and then still demand you to deal with her situations with her alone, and that's it. So why is these women, because you're a woman and you know other women, what is the reason why these women is having multiple different men?
Well, one of the reasons is because they, feel like the man is cheating on them because he's not being honest with them. So they feel that they're not going to deal with that situation. And then they go on to somebody else, which they will go through the same thing with that person. So that's what it's really about.
So it's all about being jealous and envious of a man having another woman.
Correct.
Okay. Now we have people that say it's about being honest. But when they be honest, so this is what I know, okay? And nobody going to take this from me. The black women in America want to control, want to run, and dictate a man. And any man that's hearing this lesson, if you bow down to a woman, in my opinion, brother, you are not a man. If you can't stand your ground and be firm to a woman and be real about who you are less than a man, in my opinion.
God.
It's time to stand up, gird up thy loins like a man. The Most High said he demands it. You are the king. You are the leader. You are made in his image. You are the future kings and priests on this planet Earth. You are not to bow down to a woman. The scripture says, give not thy strength unto a woman. Period. There's more women on this planet Earth to men. Choose one. Am I telling you you have to be a polygamous man? No. Have your one wife, have your two wives. Have no wife, like Paul said. I'm going to do that class. By having no wife. Don't have no woman. You want to be righteous? You want to be a strong leader? You want to exhort Paul? Well, Paul was monogamous at all. He didn't have a woman. Okay? The scripture says if you are not bound to a husband, or if you're not bound to a wife, don't seek a wife. These women got the nerve to dictate to you what you must do for them, and they coming with damn 20 children. You must be out of your mind. I'm not responsible for your children. Their father is still alive unless you're a widow. Now, if you're a widow, that's a different scenario. But you're not going to demand me to do more for somebody else's children that they're not doing. But if you put yourself in that situation, then therefore you in that situation. Now you have to deal with it. But the whole point is, okay, is you men. You men out there are a bunch of punks and a bunch of faggots, and you scared of your woman. You scared to stand up and be real and be honest, so therefore you have empowered them to even have a voice. Because if you men would sit there and tell them, listen, I'm not going to be this solo with you. I'm letting you know from the door. That's just what it is. Because you know what I have found out? When a woman like you and she want to deal with you, she don't give a damn about the other woman. Period. That's a fact. But they'd rather have it on the low than let it be open and honest, and where they get to know each other and they work together and build out the family. But they'll sneak around and creep around with your so-called husband, black woman. And you have done it yourself. When you broke up with your man, you go sleep with the next nigga that had a woman. A bunch of hypocrites. You want to bow down to a woman? Then you bow down to a woman. But don't come over here in NY or what we're dealing with and trying to dictate nothing. Because I'm going to tell you straight up and down. I done had 2 bobs at the same time. I had 3. Okay? Regardless of the fact, I had 0. I had 1. I had plenty scenarios. Period. Okay? You're not going to dictate to me how you feel, how you live, when the Most High in this Bible have the greatest men that's greater than you and I that live this type of lifestyle and have this family structure. Who the hell do you think you are, Negro?
Huh?
Who you think you are?